Hi traders, I hope you guys all well. I'm doing today's midweek market focus. Julio Pinedo here. Today's the 29th of January 2014. I've got some bullet points here for you guys. Best one is I want to have a look at the stock market. For example, the FTSE had a big sell-off of a big level close to the 7,000 mark. But not only the FTSE, but also the other indices, the US indices, for example, had a massive sell-off as well. Also, I want to, well, in relation to that, I want to have a look at key levels, so key horizontal levels. They can be support or resistance. Those are crucial for your trading. Okay, so let's get started. Put the charts up. There we go. Right, so let me go to the FTSE. Right, here we go. This is the FTSE daily chart. That's what we are today. Market is now closed. It closed at 4:30. So now you can see these two highest bars up here at the top of the range. Now, if you go further back, you'll see that there's a big level there, right at the top, close to the 7,000 mark. It's a bit more clear on the monthly chart. So that's a crucial level there. And then if you squeeze in, see that it came from right at the bottom now. For those of you who are trading trend reversals, that was a great setup. It was giving Fibonacci extension from the previous swing high to the previous swing low. It was sitting on the Fibonacci extension 2. So from the previous swing high to the previous swing low, it went up to the Fibonacci extension 2. We also have RSI divergence there as well. So that's an indication of a turning point in the market. Then the two highest bars there as well, and the horizontal. Now, let me show you the horizontal on the monthly chart. So we go comma and enter straight onto the monthly chart, and here we go. So basically, it's just doing zigzag. So it shoots up, comes back down again, then it goes up again to pretty much the same level. Then it crashes again, down again to the 3,500, and then back up again to 7,000, pretty much. And a few days ago, it tested the level again, right at the top. It was absolutely spot on. So now, basically just doing zigzag from 7,000 to 3,500. So we're talking about thousands and thousands of pips here. So if we go to the daily chart, that was massively overstretched as well, and it's sitting on a level, high test, and they came straight back down. Now, this is also giving an ascending triangle, right? It's also giving an ascending triangle like that as well, which is an indication that the market, well, is getting squeezed in this area here, but this could potentially break up to the upside. So you can get squeezed in here like that, and then eventually break through, retest, and then go. Option B is that it fails, basically goes up a little bit and then fails, and then starts cycling downwards for a while, which will be following the zigzag that we have on the monthly chart. Right, so it can break through, retest, and go. So it'll be making historical highs, just like the other indices on the US stock market, like the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones and the Russell as well. Not the Nasdaq though. They were, yeah. So these three, they'll be making historical highs, and a few days ago it just reversed. a fair bit. Yeah, it went down a few hundred pips in a couple of days. So yeah, that was a great sell opportunity there. Yeah, I'm actually out. I actually placed a 300, I think it was like a 270 pips target. Um, and then I just looked, and after 3 days, it just literally hit my target. And I put the target miles away. I didn't know it was going to hit my target in 3 days. So I was kind of wanted to manage it on you know, kind of on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, it just went straight down. So when I looked, it hit my target, and I was like, okay, fine. So yeah, that's it, done. So yeah, that was cool. It was a big move, nice move. Um, yeah, so that will help to finish off the month nicely. Sorry. Right, let's go to the Dow Jones, for example. Um, so yeah, according to the sentiment cycle, it's bullish in November and December, and then also the first week of January is also bullish, but then it tends to reverse and have a massive sell-off end of Jan, as the market is it's all overpriced and is kind of all up there and kind of has to reverse, and then that's what it does. I mean, and it's been doing it for a very long time, like 15, 20 years. You can check the sentiment cycle, and yeah, it's just brilliant. So yeah, that had a big sell-off straight down. If you look at the S&P as well, same story, and he's making historical highs. So there it is. This is the monthly chart making historical highs. The S&P 500 and the Dow Jones as well making historical highs. Beautiful. And the Russell 2 making historical highs. These are mid caps, by the way. Mid caps in the States. Kind of no large companies, mid caps. And yeah, he's massively overstretched. So he's due for a pullback, which is what he's doing now. But I mean, think about it. We're still sitting on a nice, beautiful trend line here as well. There it is. So if it breaks through all that, and then it might start making the lower highs and lower lows, and then off it goes, right? And then they'll be at the beginning of a new trend on the daily chart for a very long time. Cool. So once you know how to trade, I mean something really. I mean forex, you can trade stocks or indices or commodities. Okay. So yeah, I mean once you know how to trade whichever market, then you'll be able to trade anything else. Well, I mean not like options or bonds, the gilts or the US or the 2-year notes or I mean those are a bit more difficult because it kind of gaps on a day-to-day basis and the bars are a bit funny as well. But for example on stocks, market might gap as well on a day-to-day basis, but it kind of follows a nice pattern as well, more often than not. Forex is 24/5, so the market doesn't gap on the weekends. So I mean they're all very very similar. They're all based on higher highs and higher lows and kind of bounces of the EMAs and the highest bars and lowest bars and so on. So yeah, right. Let me show you this one here on the Australian dollar versus US dollar. I'm gonna do it here, right? Okay, let's see what's happening on the daily chart. If we go to the daily chart, this is making beautiful lower highs and lower lows. It's been going down for a while, for a very long time. It's a pretty long trend. And yeah, it's just going down, giving lower highs and lower lows. Fine. Now, if you go to the monthly chart, you'll be surprised that we're actually sitting on a massive level. So just doing zigzag. That's Aussie versus New Zealand dollar. It's going up and down, up and down. So there is not much room to go south. It can go down lower. That's the 1-to-1 parity level, by the way. So if you go to the daily chart, I mean it's giving great income generators going down, but again, we're sitting right at the bottom. It can break through. If it does break through, it's gonna go down. It does break. Oh, if he does break through and puts a new low and pulls back, it's going to give a nice opportunity there to sell. Yeah. Otherwise, if he fails to break through the previous low and takes a high out, and then fails again, then he's going to start making high highs and high lows. So you can start looking for income generators to the upside, but make sure you buy when he's right at the bottom in this area. Then you have to buy right at the bottom there. Yep. So buy, and so on. Once this happens, the 50 moving average is going to start curling up, and then eventually it's going to cross over the other moving averages, like it will take a while to break to make a golden cross with the 200, like to cross over the 200, because it's quite far. But the 20 moving average is not that far away. So if you put the 20 moving average up there, as soon as it goes up to like somewhere here, you can just give a golden cross, the 20 and the 50 moving average there, quite easily. Right, what else we've got now? Let's have a look at gold. Here's gold here, which is giving higher highs and high lows and a very tiny little cyclicity that we have here, which is awesome. Right, and this whole pattern is a double bottom formation, which looks nice on the weekly chart. Oops, there. It looks nice on the weekly chart. Oh, excuse me, that went elsewhere. There we go, weekly chart. So that is a double bottom formation. Nice. It's still pushing up. That's good. Go to the daily chart and see whether it's going to break through that high, and then eventually, as it breaks through that, retest and then goes right, and then it's going to go up to the 1400 level there, and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, let's keep an eye on it. It's doing well so far. Fine. Now there's been some interesting moves in the market. The Aussie is still looking bearish, and yeah, let's have a look at that. A second. Let's put these elsewhere. Right. So basically, let's see what's happening here. Right. If you go to the yeah, the Australian dollar, make it bigger. Let's get rid of all these pretty old lines. Right, so yeah, that's still on a bearish momentum, to be honest. That's still going down. It broke through that level not too long ago, and that was a level of support, and again support broke through, and it became resistance, and then it put a new low, and then it came back up, and so far it's giving a high test bar, so that's a selling signal there, although it hasn't pulled back up enough, but it's still on a bearish momentum. Okay, so that is a bearish momentum there, going down. Although it's matching up there nicely. Let's have a look. This goes here. Yeah, lower highs and lower lows, retest, fine. It's sitting on the well, it's not quite kissing the 20 moving average, not quite touching it, but it's still on a bearish momentum, so that's telling you that it's gonna carry on going down. Okay. Now, if you go to the weekly chart, yeah, I was fine. So it's broken through. Cool. Now you go to the monthly chart. There's a lot of room to go south. Okay, so that's making lower highs and lower lows. So yeah, look for selling opportunities there. So let's see how far it goes. Now there was a nice income generator on the Kiwi Japanese yen, which I think I covered it last time. So if you analyze the chart, put all the lines there, and then we go now. Formulas. Now we put the income generator, and here is giving the high highs and high lows. Now, if you go to right-click Tools, enter by replay mode, and we go back to here. There we go. So that's giving the high highs and high lows. That's a nice low test bar there and there. So that was a beautiful buying opportunity. That was a high test bar up there at the top. So that's a beautiful buying opportunity there on a higher high and higher low basis. And then from here, can take it out to somewhere there like that. Yeah. So that was pretty expected based on the pattern. And then let's see what happened next. It shot up. So basically that was the entry there. Let's go back again. Sorry. Let's make it clear. There we go. So that was the entry. 5 pips above the high of the bar. So just above the high of the bar. Then the stop loss goes 100 pips below the low of the bar. So it's going to be somewhere down there. And then the target is the white line. All right. So the target is the white line. There we go. So that's all done. So now target is the white line, so it's there. Now see what happened on the next day. It didn't quite hit the target. Okay, literally kissed him. Not quite hit the target. So you do nothing on day 2 anyways, right? Then on the next day, it hits the target. Okay, so it doesn't even allow you a chance to move the stop loss and to minimize the risk because it hits the target and we're out of the trade. And that's it done. So we out of the trade. That's it. And now let's see what happens. That came down, came back up again. So it kind of failed, and I was sitting right beneath the 50-moving average, trading in between the EMAs. Yeah, so I wasn't looking for buying opportunities there. This mainly because of the Japanese yen reversing. Yeah, so if you go to the Japanese yen, you'll see that it is reversing to the downside. Okay, so that gave an income generator there last night. Although the entry is not very far from the white line, so to be honest, I wouldn't have sold that because it's not quite well. Although there was a nice level there, I have to say. There's a nice level there, kind of retesting it. But the entry wasn't too far from the white line. What you can do as well on income generators is you can take out the target and just trade your stop loss. Okay. And just take it from there. Just trade the stop loss, take out the target, and then trying to maximize the profit as much as you can. You can also close it live at any time. Let's say it's hitting a massive level of support or level of resistance. You can just take the money. TTM, take the money, pull out. That's it, done. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Analyze the market. You can trade with no target. Then if you want to pull out, you can always pull out. Make sure you go for more than a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 reward to risk. And yeah, take it from there. By the way, Apple had yesterday the earnings reports, and it literally crashed. There it is. It's still on an upward trend, long term, goes like that. It's sitting at the 500, at a big move to the downside. It went down, I think it was like 7% yesterday after the earnings reports on Monday. And to be honest, so yeah, still there. The stock market in general is having a big pullback. So I'm not surprised about that. Now, if you go to some other ones, for example, Google had a big sell-off as well, but nothing like Apple. Yeah, Apple had a big gap. But they're all looking, yeah, well, he's looking even more bullish than Apple, to be honest. This can even be a buying opportunity there as well. Although, after the end reports and this massive big buzz as well, It's just a bit unclear because you make a new low there. You made a new low, so okay. So look for clarity. That's the key in trading. So you have to look for clarity. Stock market is currently pushing down still. Even the Nasdaq as well, pushing down as well. So look for clarity. Trade with the trend. Pound cant is looking bullish for a pullback, and then look for buying opportunities. Pound Aussie as well. Pound Aussie is giving a nice entry there tonight, even although it's not too close to the bottom, but it can give you an entry there. In fact, if you go to the income generator one, formulas, income generators, there it is, right. It's only going to give you an entry if it's a seller bar. So if it's a seller bar, which the bar has to close in like 3 or 4 hours, I mean, it can be a seller bar, and then it's going to give a much better chance to take it up. Although it's a bit too premature, I would say if you get an entry tomorrow and it pulls back down a bit further and it retests this level, even better. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for now. Leave it there. Hope you guys enjoy this short midweek market focus, and I'll catch you all guys in a couple of weeks. All the best and happy trading. Cheers there. Bye now.